Hello and welcome back, my ravenous rebels, to another episode of Tender Witch Doctor in the Kitchen. I hope you had a great New Year's. Leave me a comment down there and tell me what you did. I hope it was a lot of fun. I was up at work. So, we're back here doing our first episode now that I'm home. And before I get into that, let's talk a little bit about our regular disclaimer. If you're under 21 in the US, don't drink. If you're in another country, follow their laws. Wherever you are, don't drink and drive. Call an Uber, call a cab, call a Lyft, call a friend. There is always someone to call. Just call them. So tonight's episode is all about retirement, that thing that we hope we all get to one day. Unfortunately, in this day and age, due to violence, sickness, whatever have you, there's a lot of people that never get to make it there. So it is a privilege once you do get there, and you get to know the people who do get to go there. So the most recent retired that I know is Aunt Gabby. Congratulations to you. So this episode's for you. This is, like I said, all about retirement. So you said your palate was nachos, so we made you elevated nachos. These nachos do take a little bit longer than regular to make because we are using ingredients like bone marrow. And our drink is also, we'll call it the retirement, and it has something, just a little bit of sparkle to it, just a little, just for you, okay? So, like the show if you like it. Leave us a comment, please, and please consider subscribing. We like having you here as part of our family. All right, so we're gonna start this off with the garlic, okay? And instead of just mincing it and putting it in our Pico, we're gonna go ahead and peel this and put it in some oil. Okay, so we have our garlic peeled. It is sitting in the oil. The oven just came to temperature. I put it at 400. We're gonna put that in there and just let that cook for a while. Slowly let that oil or that garlic. Next up, we have these very lovely fresh tomatoes. We're gonna go ahead and chop these up. We're gonna slice them thinly. You'll see them right before I put them into the oven. We're gonna oven roast these rather than just using straight tomato for our Pico this time. Okay, and we have our tomatoes all chopped up, and I'm going to put a little bit of salt on there. The one that I've chosen is our Hawaiian style red salt. All right, and we're just going to pop those into the oven, let them go for a while, and I'll show you how they look. Okay, and since we have that in the oven, we're going to go ahead and chop up half an onion. Now, an onion was not necessarily my first choice for this since we are elevating this dish. I actually wanted to use shallots. However, for those that have not been following what's going on up here in Alaska in the news lately, we had a pretty big windstorm which knocked out a whole lot of businesses, a whole lot of transport, knocked over a few semi-trucks that were traveling. So it was kind of a mess. Shallots are one of the things that they don't have in the stores right now. So yes, go ahead and use a sweet onion in replacement. We're gonna use only half of one in the recipe that we are doing today. All right, and since we are waiting on stuff in the oven, we might as well go ahead and start on our spicy guac sauce. We will need 1 avocado for this. So I'm just gonna go ahead, start getting that sliced up, and I'm actually gonna put it into my Fruit Ninja just to make it a little bit easier on me. I can do a little squishing and stuff, yeah, but. All right, and next up in our spicy guac sauce, everyone knows I'm not a fan of it. However, our taste testers over there at Cabin Fever Alaska. Tend to like a little bit mayo, and so does Jeff. It's not my thing, but it is what we're gonna use to mix with our guac today. Right, so last up for our spicy mayo, of course, we're gonna need some hot sauce, and we're gonna go ahead and use some of this hot sauce from the General. Cool little grenade bottle, yes. I've watched the guys cry when they've used some of this, so you know, we'll probably go semi-sparingly with it. Okay, I think that'll be enough, and it does smell spicy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and, apparently my Fruit Ninja was not necessarily up to the task. Some of it came out a little bit creamy, but I have a feeling that as I empty this part of it in there, I'll probably have to do a little bit more squishing. You know what, I might be wrong, but I don't want to speak too soon. Oh, that's not bad. It is kind of thick. Oh, there's a couple of pieces. Okay, and it didn't quite go as planned, but it is creamy now, and it does look pretty good. So, garlic out. You can see it's a little bit dark. The garlic is still kind of boiling. We're gonna let that cool down. Put it back here where you can see it. Yes, much better. Okay, so we're gonna let that cool down. Before it gets too cool, we are going to smush that garlic into the oil, because we're just gonna use that oil to make we have our tomatoes that I've gotten out of the oven. We're gonna let those cool off before, of course, that we dice them. And this is what your garlic oil will look like once you have it all crushed down. So once the tomatoes are cool, we have those diced. We'll add the onion, we'll mix all that up, and we have our really fresh pico. And I'll probably add a little bit of lime to that. So I started with mixing in the onion with the garlic oil, give it a good mix, and now I'm cutting up the tomato since it's cooled off from the oven roasted tomato and mixing it in. Okay, and so for our next step, you're gonna take some soup bones and you're gonna get ready to pop those in the oven because we want the bone marrow. All right, and while we're waiting for the oven to warm up to put our bones in there for our bone marrow, you wanna make sure you have your taco seasoning ready. For our taco seasoning, it's a mixture of some salt, some garlic salt, some chili peppers, some other spices like some onions, paprika, a little bit of sugar in this just to help with the sweetening, chili powder, things like that. Okay, and before I start frying up the meat, these are the cheeses that I'm going to cut up and use. I have a fresh mozzarella cheese. I have what I thought was supposed to be guru, but apparently it's a Cabernet cheese, but that should be wonderful as well, and a goat cheese. All right, so I'm getting ready to cook my meat here. This looks like a lot, but it's also two types of meat. I have sausage and I have a very lean hamburger because we went in on buying half a cow recently, so it's a very lean, organic hamburger. And it comes a little bit too lean, so we mix some sausage with it to make sure it gets this nice taste. Also, look at this, I just pulled that out. It smells wonderful. It's gonna be great on those nachos. Yes. All right, and here is your reminder to buy loco if you can, or local. These are an Alaskan company, Chip. They do tortillas and chips and whatnot, and they're the ones we're gonna use for our elevated nachos today. Now comes that moment where we add all of our lovely seasoning. Okay, so we're layering here. We have our chips and our meat. Next we are going to do some lovely bone marrow. All right, and that's how it looks with the bone marrow added on top of the meat. And next we are doing the beans. All right, so we have our beans layered on now, and next we are gonna start doing the layers of cheese. All right, so I layered the goat cheese first and then did the wine cheese, and now we're gonna do the mozzarella on top of that. All right, so we have it all layered. Now we gotta pop it in the oven and get that cheese nice and melted. So we're gonna start this drink off with a 2-ounce pour of Goldshalgher, because we need that fanciness of the little gold flakes. And then we're gonna do a 1/4-ounce pour, sorry about the shakiness, of Grenadine for that. And then we will top it off with Riesling. All right, and there you go. That's our retirement.
Oh, hey, welcome to Cabin Fever, Alaska. We are looking forward to retirement here. We got my new fishing pole and my old retired sweatshirt. Nothing feels as good as something old and retired out of the hamper. And always, the Tundra Witch Doctor in the kitchen, she's such a wonderful person, brought us over some snacks tonight to try out. And I want you to take a look at what she brought. She brought some nachos, a big old dish of nachos. Look at that. Got some, definitely tasted, can see it's covered with a bunch of those different kind of cheese. Might look like pineapples to me, but that's actually different kinds of cheese. And then got some ground meat and some black beans in there. I'm gonna dish some up right here. We can see it proper. Look at that. That looks really good. Cannot wait. This does not look like some snack or something. This looks like a meal. This could be the centerpiece to your football party or something. But she also brought some sides, and just like everything goes good with some sides or a good sauce. Now, she told me this was of course you know what this is because you watched her make it. But she said this is if I get it wrong, don't laugh, spicy avocado. She almost got it wrong. Spicy avocado mayonnaise is what she told me. Let's try that. And then this is looks like a pico de gallo, elevated pico de gallo. Look at there, I remembered. Now that looks like some fresh tomatoes that have been cooked down. Oh, with some garlic. You can smell that. Can you smell that? I can smell that. That is some good, good. I can't wait to taste that. And then with nachos, you just need some regular old sour cream. Get on there. There we go. All right, well, let's give this a try. I'm excited about this. All right, first of all, I just want to taste, let's try these sides. Avocado. Whatever the spiciness is there, it's not overpowering. You can still taste the avocado. Avocado to me has kind of got a bland taste, but you can still taste it. So whatever's in there is not too spicy. I like that. Now let's try this pico de gallo. Onions, tomatoes, definitely garlic. Woo! There's some garlic there. And then, well, you know what sour cream tastes like. So, look at this. This is a big old chunk of cheese, some black beans. Get some burger in there. Come on, cooperate. That's a very good combination, man. That cheese, I can't identify what that is, but it's not old American cheese. It's a more hearty cheese, maybe a goat. It kind of tastes like goat cheese. Get a chip on here. Oh, let's put some of this on. See, this is one of them kind of meals you can just try a little of this on, now try that on. Little smorgasbord right there on your plate. Get up there. Oh, that'll be lovely. Come on. Just because I'm retired, I don't have to look like I wear it. All right. Oh, come on. Wow. That's a great combination. Little tomatoes and that garlic. That kicks it right off. That's good stuff. Way to go. Tundra Witch Doctor in the kitchen. Big thumbs up on that. I'll get to that drink, but I'm enjoying this here pretty good. Now, she brought over some kind of drink, and this smells a little cinnamony. Got some cinnamon in it, and not real overpowering. I can taste some cinnamon. Maybe that's that vodka she used. I heard it was Goldshalgher, and a mixture of white wine. Other than that, a little bit red. Pretty good. That on itself would be pretty good. With these nachos, you need a big old beer. So, Tundra Witch Doctor in the kitchen, thank you so much for bringing this by. We're getting back to our fishing and wishing. From Cabin Fever, Alaska, y'all take care.
I'm so excited.
So, let me lift this up so you can get a slightly better look at how these turned out. Yes, the pan is that hot. And we do have our drinks right here.
Oh, are we going to start with drinks this
I
time?
don't know. It's up to you.
We can do that. What is this drink?
This is a retirement. You have...
Are you trying to tell me something?
No.
Okay.
We're doing something that has to do with sparkle with Auntie's favorite wine because she retired.
Oh, it's
And
for
she's-
Auntie Gabby.
Yes.
To Auntie Gabby.
Auntie Gabby.
Oh, it's so fancy. It tastes like gold.
I taste cinnamon. But I'm guessing that might be the Goldshalgher. Has a little bit of a bite. It has a very nice beginning taste, but a little bit of a bite to me in the after.
It's like it starts like a wine, but it ends like a liquor.
So, you know, you don't have to be up in the morning when you retire, so it's just fine anyway.
That's why we do this at 8 o'clock at night. I'm so excited about this.
All right, so should I tell you about how I built these nachos before we dig into them, or do you
Why
want...
don't you tell me while I'm figuring out how I'm going to dig into it?
Okay.
It'll make the experience that much more fun.
So, the chips are the local chips from Taco Loco.
Okay.
And then we have our two types of meat that we normally have, our sausage and our hamburger.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, there's a little bit of bone marrow.
Oh.
And
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And then some black beans.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Don't mind me.
3 types of cheese. We have...
Huh?
Mm-hmm. We have a goat cheese. We have a wine cheese. And then we have mozzarella on top of it. And then we have a spicy guac in the center, which is like avocado with a little bit of mayo with a lot of hot sauce.
How hot is this? I'm just going to take the... Oh, it's still hot. I was going to take the whole thing, but it's still hot.
Well, I haven't even gotten to try it yet.
Okay, you can try
And
it. I
then-
suppose that's okay.
And then...
I'll drink this while you try it.
With our Pico sauce, it's not the normal Pico sauce. I oven roasted the tomatoes. I cooked the garlic down into the oil that was mixed in with it. And then the onions. So
I don't even care who's watching. I love you.
I love you too. Why would you care if somebody's watching you? Tell me you love me.
I don't. That's exactly what I said.
Okay.
This is... Oh my god.
This is definitely elevated, yeah. No, you can taste the elevation in it.
And you know that I love nachos.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yes, these are retirement nachos.
I think these need to get promoted to Tuesday nachos.
This was like 3 hours of cooking these nachos because of baking.
Okay, the first Tuesday of every month nachos.
So,
I'm not downplaying your contributions. I'm just saying it's that good and I want it again. Can we retire every month?
I don't know about every month, but we'll figure something out.
If you're getting ready to retire, let us know so we can make it again.
I like that spicy guac.
This is awesome. I don't even really like guac, to be honest, but like, this is awesome. Whatever you did, good job. Because this is amazing. Excuse me. You're gonna make me look like a pig. Turn the video off.
So to all those that have retired before or recently, here's to you.
And let us know, seriously, because I want this again. We'll celebrate your retirement too.
May you show us the way to retire in style.
Maybe if you're local, we'll have you over for retirement.
We'll see you next time.